And a very good day, family. James and Valerie greet you all around the world and give everyone a hug that we can give a hug through this audio and video clip. We are moving straight to session 15 on our series on the Kingdom of God. Now, the topic, departing the court of opinions. There comes a point in every person's life where the Spirit gently brings you to a mirror. Not a mirror of accusation, a mirror of truth. And the Spirit shows you the patterns, the roles, the obligations, all the ways you've lived your life according to someone else's voice and opinion. For many of us, the deepest wound wasn't rebellion, it was compliance. It was living for the approval, acceptance, and comfort of others long after the Spirit began whispering a different path. At some point the Spirit said to me, "You've lived for the crowds long enough, now live from the Christ within." And that's where this path truly began. Now let's look at the cost of leaving the court of opinions. When you begin speaking from the Logos, Spirit within, you soon discover a universal pattern. People who live in separation will accuse you of pride. People who worship doctrines will accuse you of deception. People who fear the Spirit will accuse you of heresy. Not because you are wrong, but because your freedom exposes their fear. It's always been this way. They accused Jesus of being deceived. They accused Paul of being mad. They accused the prophets of being false, demonic, rebellious, or dangerous. Not one person sent by God escaped the accusations of the court of opinions. So why would you? Let's look at what the Spirit taught us today and each one around the world. The Spirit taught me not to silence my feelings, not to bypass my wounds, not to pretend I'm unbothered. No, the Spirit taught me to feel every emotion, but not to receive the projection behind it. People project their unhealed wounds. They project their separation. They project their fear of intimacy with God. They project their attachment to tradition. They project their learned theology onto your lived experience. And when I speak, I'm not speaking from offense. I'm speaking from the Logos, Spirit within. The same voice Jesus told us to find in the secret place within. It's not pride. It's not delusion. It's not deception. It's obedience. Matthew 6 verse 6 declares, "Go within." Matthew 6 verse 22, "Let your inner eye be single." Matthew 6 verse 33, "Seek first the kingdom within you." I simply did what he said I had to do. And once you've tasted union, you will never go back to living off the crumbs of other people's opinions. Now, why accusation can no longer touch you? It doesn't mean you don't feel it. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean you never get pierced. It means you no longer inherit their accusations. They can speak from separation, but you don't have to receive it. Because the moment you accept someone else's projection as your truth, you step back into the court of opinions, and the Spirit didn't call you there. The Spirit called you into the Holy of Holies within, the interior chamber where the Logos speaks, where wisdom cries out in your streets, within, where the kingdom is found, where Eden is restored, where you walk in your original design. Now, this is why you must leave the court. You cannot awaken in the place where people need you to stay asleep. You cannot grow in the place where people fear your transformation. You cannot ascend in the place where they benefit from your submission. You cannot rise while trying to please those who fear the height you're climbing into. Departing the court of opinions is not rebellion. It is returning. returning to your voice, returning to your origin, returning to the indwelling Christ, returning to the Logos that speaks in the secret place, returning to the incorruptible seed that cannot lie about who you truly are. Now let's end this session with the Spirit's whisper today. Depart from the noise and return to the center. Let every opinion fall away until only truth remains. I've called you out of their courts and into the chambers of my heart, says God, our source, our prime creator, and the Spirit. Family, bless you all until our next session, looking out for it. Sending much love here, and we say shalom, shalom, namaste.